You're listening to JW Raw with Eminem.
We are live.
Why, hello, JacksonWink, friends, fans, and family. Forgive my voice, I'm losing it. Had a little bit of bronchitis, I think. But before we start, I want to talk about our latest sponsor. JW Raw is happy to have Fireteam Fit as a sponsor. And they're a veteran-owned business company here in town. And they've now partnered with JacksonWink, the greatest gym in the world. And we're proud to have them as a partner. So they have a host of products, fitness products, ranging from their very popular weight belt to liquid chalk, which a lot of the weightlifters like because it's not as
not messy
like the other stuff.
And they sell like 70,000 belts a year on Amazon.
Yeah,
which
they're
is
kicking
like
butt.
one of the like top sellers. It's pretty cool.
So we're very happy to have them as a partner and a sponsor. So go take a look at their website. It's fireteamfit.com. Very simple, and they have links. You can get to them on Amazon and such, and go visit them. Go buy some stuff. Want to welcome to the show today. We have a couple guys that are fighting on our Austin card. We have in-house Thibault and Joby. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
So what's up?
Thank you guys for having us today.
Yeah.
Take over.
Take over. Yeah, he can't talk this. That's me. Well, Thibault is French, obviously.
Yes.
French boy. Yeah.
Fighting Sage Northcutt.
Yeah, that's a big fight. Yeah, Thibault.
Yeah.
That's and we were talking about like him looking as Sage Northcutt looks like son of Evan Drago. and Thibault always reminds me of Sylvester Stallone because he's darker, you know. It's kind of like we got that
from Europe. Yeah,
European type of thing.
Well, what do you think about that he's getting all that press right now, because he is going to be playing?
He is actually not, right?
No, I don't think he's gonna. I think they took some Romanian guys, but maybe he's gonna do something else. I think they're gonna find something for him because
he's a superstar with those guys. The UFC's really promoting the heck out of him.
Yeah. He's looking good. He's very muscular and everything. He's good for movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know is he gonna be in the film
Well,
soon?
remember they did that poster when they first announced Creed 2. You watched Creed 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they announced the second part, right?
Yes.
And then somebody like Boss Logic and whatever, the Instagram guy that does cool posters, he made a poster of
Sage Northcutt.
Sage Northcutt looks like son of Ivan Drago. Yeah. And then they blew up all over the internet, and then they were casting for that movie, and apparently he got casted, and they said at that point that they're going to actually use them. And that's what John Dodson was saying when he was at one of those Las Vegas conferences or wherever. He asked him, and he said, yeah, I got picked. But now Thibault saying they picked someone else. So I'm confused. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares?
So you're
we're going to kick his ass. Yeah. Who cares? We're going to beat him.
You're going to be fighting Ivan Drago's son.
That's good.
But we know what happened. I Stallone won. So blah blah blah. You know, it's gonna history repeats itself. Done.
That's good for media.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing.
I can say I'm really excited for this fight with GT because I know how good GT is, and
I know how good GT is.
We all everyone here at the gym knows how good GT is, and fighting a name like Sage Northcutt, who the UFC does promote very well, is gonna be a big win for him. So.
And what's good about it is that actually Thibault finally had like a full training camp, like full training camp without no issues to the full.
What did you sign this fight at? How far away?
I think they proposed me in December, something like this, end of December. But you know me, I don't refuse. No,
you don't
fight.
you don't even take breaks.
But you deserved it. You deserved the full camp because both those fights in the beginning, you just took him on very short notice.
Yeah, I took very short notice, and because I lost, I just tried to keep up, you know, because I was undefeated before. You know, UFC, you lost is gonna say, hey, you don't have the level. So I tried to keep up and try to win, and I just made mistake, you know.
Yeah, but you came back strong and knocked the guy out.
That's good. I know, like you say, we train every day here in the gym. There is a top high level fighter, so we know each other which level we are, and I think I'm ready. I did a very good camp, and that's gonna be a good fight.
I mean, I just don't see Sage, man, beating you anywhere, bro. Like, I mean, your hands are freaking on another level. You're boxing.
I'll say this: he is better looking than you, GT. He's a lot better looking.
Well, maybe, I don't know, man. French lover boy too, man. They can compete. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the only thing he has on you, though. The
then,
only
like,
thing.
that accent helps.
The accent.
Yeah, maybe I don't look good, but I have the accent.
That's right.
Girls love that.
Girls, they melt when they hear him talking downstairs. It's good for you.
And then we got Joby, right? Sanchez versus Sanchez.
Sanchez.
So guess who wins? Sanchez fucking wins, man.
Yeah, we have a feeling that Sanchez is going to win.
Well, I was Sanchez. That's
Welcome back to the UFC.
Thank you.
What a cool thing that is.
It was a fucking journey. I can say that.
I know. It seems like you were just there, and then you had that little break, and here you are back.
It's a comeback. It's a comeback story.
Yeah, it was an 18-month break, and I can say I'm very, very happy to be back.
But break to what extent though? Because you did fight, right?
I fought 4 times.
You did fight.
I had a 4-fight win streak,
and 2 in the contender show. That's what got you back, right?
Yeah. So it was honestly I needed it. When I got signed to the UFC, I was only 6-0, and I was 23 years old.
Yeah.
Very inexperienced, and it's funny because even like when they first offered me a fight with the UFC, Greg recommended that I turn it down and wait, and being the young arrogant kid I was, I said nope, let's do it, and ended up going 1-2 after my second loss. They cut me, and that was really hard. I mean, you make it to the big show, and that was my dream for 10 years. I saw Diego win the Ultimate Fighter at 13 years when I was 13 years old, and 10 years later I signed my first UFC contract, and when they cut me, it really, really hurt, and because I knew I still had a lot to give, so it was a challenge to get back.
So doing that whole contender series, you think you kind of had a advantage going in because you didn't have the butterflies maybe some of these other kids had? You know, they're trying to do something that you've been there and done that. So do you think it was easier or was it harder?
I think it was just the same. I mean, like, there was obviously a little more pressure because I had been there. Like, I fought 2 young kids that were younger than me, and they're trying to build their name off of mine, off of a UFC veteran. So that kind of pressure, and it added a little more pressure with that. But honestly, the pressure that I put on myself and the pressure around me, like, just pushes me to that next level. And that's all I did, was just push me to the next level, to where I'm back and I am ready.
Yeah, you definitely proved to those guys that you deserve to be back, and we're glad that you are back. Yeah, because our camp is we're built. The camp is built with guys like you that have been here for so long and been to the UFC and get back.
This is my now in January. This last January was my fourth year here at JacksonWink.
Yeah, wow.
JacksonWink.
And that's actually a long time in fighter years.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a long time in fighter years. So
they talk about dog years. 7 years is 1 year. I think it's the same with
fighters,
with MMA. Yeah,
and it's crazy to observe even for me because I train with all of you, you know, and then like. It's funny because like I've been here also like about 2.5 years. I'm going on the 3rd year, and I remember like because I grappled with you, so I remember you, and how far you progress, like in a way where like I can't keep up like anymore, like to a certain extent. Just like holy shit, because it just shows you how people, if you put your mind to it and you do the right things, you're just gonna get better.
Yeah, work around, have the right people around you.
Exactly.
All of that.
You never give up, you know. That's the best part
everything from your nutritionist and manager to just the people you hang out with, you know.
To the personal coach too. There is I mean, we work together with Harry, and I think he's very good, and there is a lot of people in the gym who are helping you all the time, and I think that's a good emulation, you know, for the gym. Everybody is going in the mind for the victories, and that's why this gym is great, I think.
And you moved here from France completely,
yeah.
Right? You just left there. You just
that's the. I mean, I train in France in some gym. I went to Ukraine, in Kiev.
I didn't know you went to Ukraine. We never talked
in Kiev
about it.
because I have a friend who was living there, and I said I'm gonna go see him and train. And when I came to America, I was supposed to go in the Miami American top team, and it was full. And after we proposed me here, and so that's the first gym I came in America, and I'm very happy.
Good.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I find out this is a good gym with good people, good mindset, and that's good.
Perfect.
I'm very happy. Yeah.
Nice. You were born here, right?
I was born and raised in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
I'm a native here.
Another native one.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of great talent comes out of the gym. Just
that's crazy.
Born here.
From
like
this
all
city.
those walls that we have, there's just like who's of who was just born in Albuquerque and became superstars in the game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
That's
yeah.
great.
Very. And honestly, I grew the talent here in New Mexico is very good. I grew up in a smaller gym down in the South Valley of Albuquerque. I was there for 15 years, and when it was time to move here to JacksonWink at the old gym at Acoma, it was a tough transition. It was very, very difficult. I got beat up every freaking day.
I was gonna say, why was it tough? What made it tough?
Man.
Going from a small gym. And
I will forever be haunted by the ass whooping I took from Yair Rodriguez. My first day of sparring.
That's funny.
I walked into the gym and
he baptized you by fire, as they say.
Well, it was funny because it was 4 years ago, my first sparring session with the gym. It was Big Love Day, and I walk into the gym and warming up, and I even just in the warm up, like I could just tell already, like the level of in the warm up, I could tell the level of talent was already like it was gonna be a rough day for me. And then they said, Coach Wink said, okay, grab a partner. And
I don't want to.
At this point in Albuquerque, I'd already built my name. I was 5-0. I'd built a pretty big name in Albuquerque on the local scene. So when I came to the gym, a lot of eyes were on me as far as the coaches, Coach Greg, Coach Wink, Ricky K, who was the old gym manager. Everyone was kind of like watching me, and I grabbed this tall, skinny Mexican kid. I'm like, this guy doesn't look too tough. Let's just go ahead and go with him. End up being Yair Rodriguez, and this was before he got signed to the UFC, so I had no clue who he was. And again, he gave me the ass whooping of my life that I'll forever be haunted by. And I'm surprised that like that 5-minute round felt like a 30-minute round. And then they told me like he kept dropping me with body kicks. I'd drop. They'd tell me get up. I'd get up. And then he just wail on me some more, drop me again to the body, and same thing, kept trying to get up. After the round was over, I was on the floor. They're like, get up right away, jump in the cage. I jump in the cage and end up sparring next was Bagantinov, Ali Bagantinov, when he was at our gym, and
top Russian.
And I was
flyweight.
I was actually doing pretty decent against Ali. And I think that really pissed him off because then he really started throwing heat at me.
It was a world level sambo protection.
And he started
trying to take you down.
No, not trying.
Body slamming.
He started slamming me, and then like he hit me. My body was already beaten up from my ear. He hit me to the body. I dropped to the floor to all fours. He walks up to me, hits me with an uppercut while I'm all on fours.
Holy shit!
And after that, Coach Wink says, "Okay, no more." And pulled me out of the cage.
I'm surprised you didn't quit. You didn't walk out. This isn't for me.
Oh no, that was my first day of sparring. I went a round and a half.
Joby's like, where the fuck am I?
Well,
why?
Shit.
Either you quit or you stay. But
it put a lot in perspective. That day, it put a lot in perspective for me. I mean, like it really did. It made me go home and reflect. I'm like, do I really want to do this? I'm not like, do I really want to like, seeing the level of talent that was here at the gym? It made me question, is this something I want to do? Can I do this?
Yeah.
And after that, I would have to force myself to go and train, go and spar.
And here you are, bro.
And now you're
back in UFC. Yeah.
Forged
you're one of the veterans.
Forged by fire, man. Literally.
When these kids walk in here and they see you, they're like, "This is the veteran."
Yeah.
And now you can smell that fear that those guys smelt in you.
Well, I wouldn't even say veteran yet.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
I still have a lot to grow.
Yeah, veteran. Yeah, you're just on the rise.
I do like what you said though. Forged by fire.
Yeah.
Because this place did help build and shape me. I did have a good 15 years leading up to coming to this gym, and they did prepare me very well. But this gym did take me to the level I need, the next level.
Good to hear.
You're talking about at the amateur level for.
Even on the regional scene, man, I did very well I was from Chavez Dojo. I was there 15 years, and even there, man, they got me. I beat a lot of guys on here in the States, pretty
regional
good.
Circuit.
Yeah, on the regional circuit, and beat some pretty good guys, and it just was time to go to that next level, and this place helped me do
You
it.
got the name, bro. You got the name already, man. Just but there's a lot to prove, obviously. So hopefully,
And I will.
This is the ultimate proving ground right now, man. Just coming back, big stage, bright lights, doing what you do, man. And Thibault, man, too, man. What's your background? You mostly like.
Were you a cricket player, or what'd you play?
Cricket player.
No. What was it? Or
No,
was
I was a
rugby?
professional squash player.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
squash?
I don't know.
How the hell did you become? What is a squash player?
Everybody's
Squash.
making fun of me. Yeah.
What is a squash?
Squashing people?
Yeah, no, so since I'm young, I always did sports. So when I was 4 years old, I was doing rugby, and I was pretty good at rugby. I think it was one of the sport where I was the best.
Well, yeah, see, rugby, some people heard of.
Yeah.
Shit, rugby is.
Yeah, that's not, oh, shit.
I say it's way much more harder than and tougher than football.
American football.
Rugby is for insane dudes.
I've
man.
never seen a game of rugby before.
No?
Oh, yeah?
Oh my
I don't
God.
No, that's more entertaining. Here, the only thing I don't like with football is that there is too much time out.
Here's a story for you. So I read one time in an article, right? Not an article, it was like in one of those SPM magazine, like some of the toughest people from different sports, combination, and like they had Anderson Silva in there at that time, and this and that, many different sports, hockey players, football players, and on the first guy, I don't remember first spot, I don't remember his name, but it was a rugby player. So he was in the game, right? Just give you a perspective of what this guy's faced, right? Because there's no pads, there's nothing like that, right? So he was in the game. It was a final game, championship game, whatever. So he goes, whatever, and scramble the good. He comes back, his ball sack was ripped apart with his ball sticking out. They freaking staple that shit. And he goes back in the game and finishes the game to win the title.
Yeah, I'm not down
Dude,
for that.
if I'd seen my fucking thing, I'd pass out, dude. Like, those guys are nothing but, like, they literally staple them up and just put them back in the game.
Yeah, they are strong.
Dude.
We used to call the magic sponge at the whole time.
Yeah.
They were like cut from here to here. The man came with a sponge full of water. He just did this. Allez, go back. And he was going
This
back
is
to
one
play.
of the craziest by far. I mean, that's one when you look at those, like, New Zealanders and those, like, that's their sport. Like, French is huge.
Yeah,
they have a huge league in rugby. I've seen highlights. Have you seen highlights of rugby?
No,
Dude, pull up some.
I'm like Joby. I'm very Americanized. We
Pull up a rugby highlight. Just pull up some.
Yeah,
Can you pull up?
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. So continue. Sorry.
So after I was doing rugby, and after so I was pretty much following my dad in what he was doing. Like.
Your dad was rugby player?
Yeah, he was a rugby player, and after he started to play squash, so I started to play squash too, and I started to enjoy. And
so please explain, what is squash?
So squash is a racket game with a small ball, black small ball, and you play when you play at a high level, you play in a glass court. So there is 4 wall, a front wall, two side wall, and one back wall, and you can hit all the wall, but you need to hit the front wall all the time, and the ball does not have to make 2 bounce or you lose. So that's a very high intensity sport, but there is no contact, there is nothing, that's like a gentleman sport. And I was doing this, and after I stopped and I wanted to do some combat sport, and I first find a gym where they do kind of grappling, but the people they weren't doing competition, and me, I did competition since I'm young, so I start to go by myself to a fight competition, and I start to win, and like this I continue.
How old were you when you started there? Like
25.
So you started martial arts at 25, and you
25.
freaking you see. Man.
So in 2006.
How old are you now?
I'm 30 years old.
5 years, man.
That's amazing.
So
5 years and already.
And I mean, I started in France. I didn't start at JacksonWink. There is no infrastructure. There's nothing in France.
It's just starting to pick up.
I really. The thing is, what I think it's I really start to understand what is MMA when I came here. Because before I was more a boxer, like a brawler, and I start to understand all the different aspects of the game, like the transition with the wrestling, the kick, and everything. So I think I really grew up very fast when I came here.
So 2006, you were playing squash, and it says that you were ranked 191 in the world.
Yeah, but that's not very. that's not very good 119 or that's okay because there is no much. I was just starting my career. I was just going out of junior, you know. I did.
Hey, but
I have all the things to do in this world. What the fuck, squash, bro? Like, what you?
I told you my father he was doing, so I say I'm gonna do same thing. And you know, when you enjoy
How
something.
far do you go in squash? Like, I mean, that's like.
I've been 2 times French champion, national champion. I've been in the French team, and but I have a lot. I'm a friend of mine whose name is Gregory Gouti. He's world champion. I've almost
Gouti. He's got the same name.
Gaultier.
Oh, Gaultier.
Gaultier. Like Jean-Paul Gaultier. You know the perfume?
Oh.
The same name.
My favorite.
So he's world champion. Last year he was, and I have a lot of friends who are very good in squash. So yeah, I mean.
But you paved your own way, bro. Like you still, you look where you're at now, bro. Who would have known, right? Like it's funny how life goes, man.
But what I think the thing is when you do something and you like it, you know. I think that's why you.
This sport consumes you, man. Like it just you started, you can't stop.
Yeah,
like,
that's
no
crazy.
matter what.
Even when I don't fight, you can see me at the gym.
Yeah,
I come to do sparring because I like, you know, the things to come spar. You know,
it's a drug.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I have no friend here, so
you have a lot of
like
friends.
to come here.
Where are your friends?
No, I joke. You know, you understand. When I go home, I mean.
Sometimes it's good a way to get away and spend time on your own.
Yeah.
You're always surrounded by people, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So here's the rugby. I don't know. Joby said never seen it.
Here we go.
Did you pull up like rugby highlights?
But guess what? Right now there is the Six Nations. This is the European Championship. I think right now, huh?
Pull up rugby hits. That's what I should have said. Dude, no protection.
Yeah, there is no protection.
They got nothing.
There is a very famous rugby player from New Zealand. His name was Jonah Lomu. He was a beast, man. He was like 6'5", something like this. He was running very fast, and he was a beast.
Rugby hits right there. Yeah, that shit is wild. Broken bones everywhere, blood.
The biggest and brutally. There is a Frenchman who killed like a New Zealand man.
Oh, dead.
Who wants to play this?
Not me.
Oh, hey. These guys are ruthless.
How big are they normally?
Big
guys?
They are like little bit less than NFL player, but they are
I mean, I don't get it. What are they doing with this ball? they don't hold.
Yeah, that doesn't look fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun, yeah. And now they calm down, but before they used to fight, you know, very bad.
It's like hockey.
Have you seen the haka dance?
The what?
Haka dance.
Yeah.
Pull up haka dance.
Oh wait, is it like New Zealand?
Yeah.
Who does it?
That's a rugby player. That's how it started.
Who does it?
New Zealanders, Australians. I think it's.
Yeah,
I've seen that
the
before.
greatest haka ever. You've seen that? That's pretty kind of. Yeah, it's
like
it's
a tradition that they always do
it's
before.
like the war cry.
They do this before war at all time.
Like a stare down. It's like a call out type of thing.
Have you ever done this before?
Me?
Yeah.
No, that's from New Zealand.
Only New Zealand.
Wrong country.
For example, Tonga, they have their own haka. Samoa, they have their own haka, but the best one is the New Zealand one.
It's actually pretty fun to watch. And then once they became popular, people saw it. They've been doing it like in BJJ gyms. Like you ever seen guys in the East also doing that? That's actually fun to watch, right?
I think this is the French team, huh?
Is it?
I think.
They're pissing their pants right now. They're like, screw that. War cry.
Look the face of the man. Yeah, he's not happy.
They're like in it.
Oh shit.
Have you seen it? Mark?
Oh no.
No?
They're gonna charge at him.
Yeah, that's the French.
French?
Yeah.
French are getting the flag out.
It's kind of like the white crew before the Thai fighters do.
They're like, we're not scared.
They don't know what else to do.
I should have brought the flowers.
Yeah. Oh, the white towel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
It's so,
okay,
it's so crazy, the cultures, the different cultures.
They are different. They have different type of haka. This one is another one.
Yeah, there's many different ones.
So how long does this go on?
No, that's gonna be finishing like.
It's like a pre-game ritual that they
Yeah.
have.
What it reminds me of is in Muay Thai they do the dance, the white
The
crew.
Ramoy?
It's actually
Is
pretty
it called
cool.
white crew, right?
I'm not
Ramoy,
sure what it's
no?
called, but yeah, I know which one.
That's what it reminds
With
me
that
of.
little thing.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
just like tradition. That's cool.
Kneel
That's
down.
really cool. I like that a lot.
I like stuff like that too.
Man,
Pretty
I think we need to get teach Wink and Greg and those guys to do
it.
that when they get into the cage. And
The haka from JacksonWink.
yeah,
So we should do with Yana
Yeah.
when we go for this fight. Yeah, by the way, Yana is fighting.
breaking
guys.
news. Yeah, breaking news as
yeah.
of
How far is
yesterday.
she? 5 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
March 3rd.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yana versus Cyborg in
Good for
Vegas.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we did not expect that. That's for sure. But hey, we had to say
When
that-
opportunity comes knocking,
From Holly to Yana,
s-
just in a
be-
matter of a few
yeah.
weeks.
when opportunity comes knocking, you gotta let it in, right?
And
Yeah,
you
plus-
know what? It shows the UFC. They keep calling us for these big fights, and you know,
I'm not sure if it's a good thing.
we
or
get a lot of
thing,
bad
but-
press. We get a lot of bad press for losing. But
But we're freaking
look who we're fighting. Come on.
underdogs, man. Like well, not with this two, because this two I think will be alright. But
I mean, this girl Chris Cyborg is like, I don't know. Me,
Yeah.
I don't like because everybody knows she's a cheater and everything, and I don't think that's good to promote cheater. I don't know. Maybe people they don't gonna like me because I said this, but that's the truth.
yeah.
That's
well,
the-
you're allowed your opinion, and
no,
you know,
everybody in this UFC, I can see many people. They talk about Spirit Samurai, Bushido, Martian, and after when they turn down fights, they take testosterone, steroid, and that's your idea of a fighter.
well, and you feel very strongly about it, and that says a lot about you, and that's good. We
Everyone
appreciate
has-
your honesty.
There's nothing wrong with saying what you feel, bro. So
You know, everybody knows that. I
it's
think.
been spoken hundreds of times. There's nothing like it's not like you said something that no one knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah.
all over the internet, man, for ages. So you know,
Yeah,
it is
you-
a tough fight. It's just what's crazy about it is it's a proven fact that once you used it and whatever you gain with it, some of it stays with you for a
Yeah,
long
of
time.
course.
That's what's kind of overlooked to a certain extent because the
Mhm.
people bring up, well, you know, she's been tested and clean for so long, but then
I think the sanction is too low. Like, man, you take EPO, you take steroid, and you get like sometimes 6 months. And I mean, that's completely stupid.
very touchy subject, obviously.
Well,
I mean, to a
genetics,
certain extent,
yeah.
you'll think about it like you almost like say, hey, let them do whatever, you know. But then it's like, but it's
So people get hurt.
It's like you look at the Pride Days, remember? Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, but
watch
that's-
it, like, you know, like who the hell knows?
And you can
man?
see the difference on the fighter after. Look, Fedor, he was a king. He never
Mhm.
fought in America, and all of a sudden he come
No,
and
he
he
did,
start to
he did.
lose.
No, he did. He did. Like in the beginning, he came in. He beat Mark Coleman here, and then he beat. But those
Yeah.
were like also the guys that at the end of their career, so it's give and take type of thing. Because he beat Andre, and then he beat Silva, Bigfoot Silva.
He did beat
Not
Andre
Bigfoot,
Silva.
not Bigfoot. I was saying, what am I saying? Tim Sylvia.
Sylvia. That was an affliction, huh?
Yeah, Affliction.
Yeah,
one,
that's
one and
different.
only fight.
Mm.
But then you know,
They had a few of those because he fought both Andre. They
Andre,
didn't fight
yeah.
Andre
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
too.
Tim
Yeah,
Sylvia.
You're right, man. Kind of messing up. But yeah.
Well, you look at guys like Sage Northcutt. You know, he's famous for having this physique of a Roman god or something. You know, and then
know.
and
Not
it maybe
my
it's
god.
just genetics. But
Mm.
then you look at other fighters and you look at them like, no way. There's got to be something
The
that they're doing
I
to look like that.
me, I don't care, but there is something that you have to understand when you don't need to be smart. You just need to look the things. Can you have a body like this when you train? We train every day. He train, I train. You are here every day. You see everybody.
Yeah.
Can you build a body like this when you're training full-time MMA? When you do wrestling, grappling, this is a bodybuilder body.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
But genetics,
I
genetics.
don't care because that's good for him.
it's a
if
very rare type of body, though, you would think.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
'Cause
genetics is a big role,
Yeah,
and I think
genetics.
in the
Teaches that
diet,
weird.
there's a lot of things too. I think if you grow up that way and you grow up like fit and you stay that way,
Yeah, and that's,
you
yeah.
see a lot of guys that are super cut, like super cut.
Which one?
just- Huh? No.
I see. Tell me you see a lot. Okay, tell
No,
me
no.
example. Which one? Which
No, no,
which is
like-
like this?
Not like him, but you see
Ah,
guys
okay.
physical. Like when you look at weigh-ins and stuff, you know, all those guys, man, like
Everybody weighing
eight packs and
Do you know
and
what I
stuff like-
remember? Do you remember this man, Thibault?
yeah.
Did you remember
Yeah,
him?
Just got knocked
He
out
just got
by
knocked out,
Islam,
yeah,
Islam
he's-
Makhachev.
that kid is good, huh?
Habib's buddy, bro. Habib's brother, man.
Just look his body before he got cut for UPO.
Well,
He
yeah.
was like same thing, a Roman god, like you say.
Yeah.
Look his body, his last fight. He was like
see.
completely out of shape.
In
So
slave.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes that's. I think I'm not gonna say nothing about this kid because I don't care.
Yeah.
But after there is some things that you have to understand, and sometimes that's a bit strange, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a bit
Well,
strange
him
for me.
him and what's her face? The Barbie and Ken.
Yeah. Look, Yoel Romero too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
oh come on, stop.
At 40 years old.
40 years old like this, he's jumping
Over
on the
40.
roof, he's
Yeah.
jumping down, he takes something, and after all the time, this is what tainted supplement, or I don't know what. I think if people they believe this, that's okay for them. But I'm not that dumb, huh?
How many years do you think you have left?
I don't know. I
He
start
just
like
started.
yeah, I just start 5 years ago.
Realistically, I mean, if as have you told yourself, you
No,
know,
I don't-
I want to be done at a certain age, or
I mean me, until I like, I continue. When
Yeah.
I don't like, I stop.
It does come down to the fact where, like, if if big money comes into play and you you start making it and leveling up, it's harder to walk away because, 5 years from now, right? You probably your purse is going to go up, right? Because
course
historically, it's been shown
Yeah.
that money is more money coming in. So,
But I'm gonna try to
and
do
then
other things too on the side,
yeah,
like
but
this.
you're gonna make a name for yourself. You're French.
Yeah.
MMA is gonna be new in France. Hopefully,
I hope
I heard in 2018 this
Yeah.
year it might be legalized in France, and I
I'm
guarantee
gonna
you.
bring
you-
JacksonWink to Paris. Or
Yeah, you.
that's why Wink loves you too, because
Yeah.
you want to do other things other than fighting.
yeah.
He always tells everyone that, get a life outside fighting. You're gonna it's not worth it, and it's amazing how he tells people that, because some people have just put so much into it. When they're done, they don't know what to do.
Some
You know.
people, everyone has different life, man. Choices, man. Not everyone has certain choices that other people have, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like sometimes it's what you have to do, man. Just to do it. If you have other opportunities, sometimes you create them. Sometimes you never know how life is gonna take you, man.
What else would you
So-
want to do?
I don't know. Maybe
Construction.
Model.
Yeah, French model.
I don't. Do you see my
Por-
face?
porno movie, man. Sly was in the porno movie, man. I could see you with
No. I would like maybe to be actor if I can do
Be
something.
a French assassin.
But I don't know.
You start there and you transition.
Yes, him. No, I'm not. I respect myself. I have a girlfriend. I have my family. I will never do something. But I would like to be an actor, or
That's right. No disrespect.
maybe I would like to have maybe a gym and teach to the young kid.
Yeah.
I like adults, but adults are a bit stubborn.
Heck yeah.
The kids they gonna listen you and build the future
Be
with
the
the
role
kids.
model. Yeah.
Yeah, I like not like the example like hey, but just teach them how to fight or to box, a good mindset, and I would like to be happy to see people grow like this. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. You'll do it.
Teaching
Mhm.
is an option for sure. Teaching,
Yeah.
like I like to share knowledge too. Whatever I learn, think you learn more. when
Yeah,
you share- when you
I
teach
like
people.
to share, give
Especially-
to somebody. That's good, I think.
Sure. Man, that's cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Joby, what's that Sanchez guy? What's his style? Like, what
He's
is
a
that?
Gracie Baja guy. I believe he's a
Oh.
brown belt out of Gracie Baja school in Texas. So
Wow.
he's
He trains with Shevchenko, right?
honestly,
think,
I couldn't even tell
I think
you.
there's one Gracie Bach I see around. Rose in there, and Shevchenko goes in there, and It's like one Gracie Barra team, and then I don't remember where exactly. It's more
I
like
think she
a lot
trained
of
in
fighters.
Houston, no, Shevchenko, something like this.
I'll be honest, I have
Shevchenko.
no
She's, like,
clue.
different,
I have no clue. I've seen his fights enough for it to know what he does well and what he doesn't do well. Like,
How's his wrestling?
his wrestling is it's not bad. He can get guys down, but I don't think it's anything near the level of the guys I work with. Like, he can't take like he has his takedowns are nowhere near someone like Ray Borgs, who I train with like on a day-to-day basis. Or like, I have a lot of guys here who are good wrestlers, and I don't think it's super threatening. Neither do I find his striking super threatening. His ground is pretty tricky. I mean, he does have a solid base, but
your grappling improved, like
yeah.
But you start on the feet, huh?
Yeah, we start on the feet.
So
So I'm gonna make sure I put the pressure on him, move forward, and really lay some hands on him. And
you have very good stand up. I know that. I see all the time.
yeah, I can say my one thing I can really give credit to for my stand up is Matt Finney. I've been working with him for my boxing for 18 months. He came from Peter Welch's gym out in Boston, and so I kind of have that very good boxing style, that good base that I've developed in the last 22 months. So I'm very lucky there.
He goes by Little Fury.
Little Fury.
What the heck is that?
Well, that's what we're gonna see, right? Just a little bit of fury.
Yeah.
31.
This one, the
31 years old.
This guy I'm
Little
fighting.
Fury?
Yeah.
31,
I think-
5'6".
Yeah, I think he's a teacher. I think he's a math teacher as well.
So he's from Houston. Okay.
So yeah, he's from a Gracie Barra school over there.
Yeah,
5'6".
grappling, total take.
How tall are you?
5'6". He's my
See,
size.
pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Virtual ended.
Says he works a desk job Monday through Friday.
Yeah, from what I've heard, watching his LFA fights, he was the LFA 125, the flyweight champion for LFA, and they said that he was a full-time math teacher, high school math teacher,
cool.
which is kind of cool.
He's been a pro since 2015. 6 wins by submission.
Yeah, he actually fought a friend of mine, Jerome Rivera, who trains out of Albuquerque here. They fought to get in. He beat Jerome to get into the UFC, and Jerome kind of played a grappling game with him, and you don't play a grappling game with a grappler. Yeah, you don't, especially
brown belt. Yeah.
And I end up getting caught, and I really, looking back at that fight, I really think Jerome could have beat him, and I'm gonna make sure I take this opportunity to beat him. So
Revenge.
Yeah,
So
pretty cool.
And then we got Thibault here.
Let's see the stats right here.
Super Sage versus GT.
Super Sage.
17. He's got a little bit of height on you, yeah.
yeah, I'm so excited for this fight.
Yeah,
And one thing I'm very pumped about is being one of the first fights on the.
Problem with these numbers, they're never
They
accurate.
never, yeah. Sometimes they, sometimes not.
Are you 70 inches?
Me?
Is that correct?
I think I'm more. 8, my height. My height. I don't know. I think I'm like 5'9", 5'10", but.
What
Yeah,
do you
I don't
see?
know where they get these numbers? It's very weird.
Well, they do measure them when they check in, because
Yeah.
every time I went, they always like line you up and.
And these pictures.
But that's okay.
I'm gonna write it myself. Say I'm 5'10". Give myself 4 extra inches.
Yeah, spread your wings.
All my career, I fight people taller than me, so.
The picture, you look much bigger than him. I mean,
Yeah, I'm really excited because I'm one of the first fights of the night, and after I get checked in after
You
my
can
fight, I
relax
can
and watch
then
fights.
support
sit.
me.
I can sit down, watch the rest of the fights with my girlfriend, watch GT, watch
But do you
Cowboy.
know that now you
So-
have to stay in the green room, huh?
No, do you have to? You're not
Of
allowed to.
course.
You're not allowed to go out
We
there.
guys missing the point. You also not missing point, but we're missing a couple of information. We have Marcin Thibault on there, and we have Cowboy, man. This
Yeah,
is
Cowboy,
JW, another JW card.
And it
man.
was supposed to be Ray Borg, yeah, but.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Ray Borg.
His fight got pushed back.
and I
Man,
think,
Marcin
those
is
are two
good, huh?
good fights. Marcin is
when
extremely
I
good.
think Yana was even originally supposed to be on this card.
No, not
thought-
this one. She
I
was,
thought it was on this
no,
one.
not this.
Because I remember there was going to be a.
It was like Orlando, and then it was Austin.
Yeah, she got moved around a lot.
And
But yeah,
that
this
was
is
like
gonna-
the best fight of her career.
Wink and Greg are going to be very busy this night.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
You know, they're not promoting this Vic guy, man. Vic is really freaking good,
Yeah,
man.
he's good.
Yeah,
He had a good
I see-
fight. His last
yeah,
fight
yeah.
against
Very tall and
Hey,
awkward.
just beat Joe Duffy. Joe Duffy is
Yeah.
very good, huh?
Yes, it's the guy that beat McGregor.
A long time, even after in UFC.
How you guys see the Luis Tibura fight? That's kind of like.
I think Marcin is gonna win because
Marcin's got crazy good conditioning, man.
Yeah,
and he that's what's gonna win him the fight, because we've seen Derek Lewis always kind of like gets.
Derek
gets
Lewis's
tired.
social media is on point.
Yeah, he's funny.
if he's gonna hit some
I don't
rigs
follow
like
him, I
the
don't
last
know.
time.
No,
He's
he should,
hilarious.
funny. Marcin, fun fact, Marcin was M1 Global champion in Russia.
didn't know that.
Yeah, M1 Global is one of the top Russian.
Yeah,
At that
yeah.
time was one of the top Russian. So he went through murderer's row of who's a fool of heavyweights in that division at that time. And got the
He
belt.
he doesn't speak much here at the gym. Does he speak English?
Yeah, he does speak perfect. Yeah, perfect. He's just focused, man.
He's just like Yana. It's very, very limited English, but it's business. It's all about business with those guys.
But he's nice. I like Marcin.
Yeah, he's very good.
We had him on the podcast, him and his manager and Kevin
laugh.
and the Polish crew, and it was funny. They actually got a good sense of humor.
The one who talk about Lama or I don't know what.
Yeah, exactly.
Cerrone Medeiros, man. That's another barn burner, man.
Yeah,
And then the main fight.
I think Cowboy's gonna smash him.
Yeah, that's an
That's
interesting
so.
one. Yeah.
That's a good fight for him.
Let's go, boys. 4-0 that night. Let's go,
4-0.
man. That's going to
Supposedly
be
he's
huge.
got Cowboy by a couple inches.
Starting the year off right, because I mean Jordan already won big fight.
Jordan, right? He's another one. He's another one.
Up and comer, man. Watch
He's another.
out for
I bet you he's about
9-0.
one or two fights away from getting a contract.
He might get a call right now.
Yeah, he could.
They already called. They said the minute I talked to Jordan, said the minute the fight was over,
Sean
Shelby
Shelby.
was calling.
Oh yeah.
Literally like 30 seconds. It's like, what's up with
That's
this guy?
nice.
So exciting for Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
What
him.
is his category division?
185.
They asked him
185?
170 if he's like, no.
No, he's too big.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. He doesn't really look it, but he has a lot of size on
Yeah,
him.
Well,
guys, remember that name, Jordan Wright, man.
Well,
Beverly Hills
somebody just
Ninja.
did a poll in our internal group thing where who's the
who's
nicest
the
guy.
nicest
Jordan.
guy?
Jordan's
Yeah.
name always comes up as one of the nicest guys around here.
But
Yeah.
Justin O'Connor, man.
No.
Everyone likes him.
no,
'Cause he'll walk around like after training, shake
Yeah.
everyone's hand.
Yeah, he's-
okay, but I've heard him talk a bunch of smack before. Too,
No,
whereas
come
Jordan
on.
doesn't even
It was probably joking.
a little bit.
Come
Like, a
on,
little
the Jordan-
bit. Jordan, no.
I got in trouble with Joby at the beginning when I came here.
Why?
We have a little history
Talking shit?
together. No.
I don't remember this. You have to tell
No.
me what
Yeah, you
happened.
remember when you was so I was sleeping here in the gym at the beginning, and I have a hard time to sleep. You remember I told
Yeah.
you, hey, and it was like maybe 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like this, and I was sleeping in my bed, and all of a sudden I hear the music very loud.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I got
shit!
mad. I got mad, and I say, because all the time there is people, they hit the box, they do something at 10 o'clock. I say, you have all day to do this. What's the problem? 10
I was taking
o'clock.
an ice bath. Just wanted to listen to some music. Me and my girlfriend. I was sitting in the ice bath, and all of a sudden I had my music, just listening to it. It wasn't that loud.
No,
it was
no,
not
it was
that loud.
loud.
Loud for him. It was loud for
It was
him.
not that loud.
9 o'clock
So-
at night.
So I'm sitting in the ice bath. My girlfriend's sitting right there next to me, and all of a sudden I hear the music shut off. I'm like, did my phone die? Like, what happened? And then he like walks in, and he looks mad. It was only 9:30. To be fair, it was only 9:30.
Only 9:30.
Hey, what is the time when you have to shut off the music here in America?
10. You were half an hour early.
Okay, and then he's all like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Obviously, I'm taking an ice bath." He's all like, he's all like, it's 9:30. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, he's like, I'm trying to sleep.
That's
I'm like-
awesome. That's awesome.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, just turn it down a little bit. He's all like, no, I'm trying to sleep. And he just like walked away, didn't turn it back on, just left.
Yeah, insomnia is real, bro. When you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep.
I was a
man.
bit
That
rude
shit
today,
was-
but
that
you
shit
know I'm
was
French. French they are rude. Everybody
Yeah,
say this.
you stood up for yourself. That's awesome.
No, it's funny that you're always walking around with your towel, man. Like
Yeah.
naked with your towel.
Yeah, naked with his tail.
yeah,
The balls hanging out and everything.
Yeah, Tom Dukenwald, man, always would walk like when we moved in the dorms. No matter who was there, he was always in underwear.
Well,
Always
John
in
Duken, always in underwear. There's like bikini underwear type thing.
Yeah.
Just walking around
It's a
naked,
French.
man.
It's a French thing.
I don't know.
Wearing his Gucci.
I honestly forgot about that, GT. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny this summer.
Like,
It's kind of-
he did. He punked me, turned off my music, didn't turn it back on. I'm like, had to tell my girlfriend, like, grab my phone so we could at least listen to it in here.
This mean French guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know GT at the time at
No,
all.
that
So.
was the beginning. I was maybe here first month, something
I
like
think
that.
you stayed in the dorms here first, right? When you come.
Yeah,
in the dorm,
I stay
He give it a shot.
about like 1-2 months in the dorms.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good here, but yeah,
Well,
I like here.
It's not-
Eventually,
it's not for
you can't
you.
stay forever.
Mm-hmm.
No one could stay forever. You come in, you explore.
Yeah,
Those guys move here all the time because by the time
Yeah,
you
of
find a
course.
place to live and stuff, we provide that. Come in.
this
1
is
month,
the
2
beginning.
months,
You
yeah.
come here, you start to understand what's
Acclimate,
happening.
get to know everyone, see the system, blah blah, fall in love with it as always.
And get to know Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of resources here in
I love
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque. Man.
I love this place. Many people say there is nothing to do. Like okay, there is no nightclub, something like. But you have the mountain. You have. I don't think you have that
Santa
much
Fe,
pollution. All these
Vegas
things.
is closed.
That's
Yeah,
good.
we talk about that all the time.
I
It's
say-
definitely a training city. It's not a party city.
which is good.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could, especially me, like at 23, 22, like then, I don't know if I could have trained in a city like
Yeah.
Las Vegas. You know what I mean?
Too many
Like,
distractions.
too many distractions.
That's why they call the state what land of how's it?
Land of enchantment.
Entrapment. I call
Entrapment.
it entrapment. It
Yeah.
traps you.
Entrapment.
Like, 'cause I came here once, twice, and got trapped.
A Russian
Yeah.
New Yorker got trapped here.
I-
Pretty much.
I like Albuquerque. I
love
really do.
Albuquerque.
I don't know if I could live anywhere else. I don't know if I could. Maybe Colorado, just because it's not too different than New Mexico.
Yeah, same elevation.
Yeah,
It
Yes.
just snows a lot more up there.
yeah. But
And
I really
and
do.
weed is legal.
Yeah. That's always a plus.
Well, we got legal versions of weed with CBD.
Yeah,
CBD.
Yeah,
CBD Hecka,
CBD
right?
CBD Boutique is our main sponsor, and they now have a CBD. Of course, CBD is now legal with the UFC as of 2018. So we're
CBD is not legal.
well, it wasn't before. It wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't with UFC.
That was confusing.
It was always one of those things where it was on the ban list. But as of 2018, the UFC, WADA, which is the World Anti-Drug Organization,
Yeah.
they got together and looked at it, and analyzed it, and said, you know what? There's no performance enhancement from this stuff.
There's no psychoactive.
Yeah.
any-
I always say
anything.
Nate Diaz started it.
Yeah.
The whole boom started after
Yeah.
that McGregor fight. When
It was the second McGregor
Was
fight.
the second?
Second one because he was there all beat up
Oh yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, so
and
second, yeah. So yeah, he was at the press conference smoking
the
that
vapor
pan, the
things.
vapor. People were like, what the hell is
Yeah,
that?
so USADA looked at that and said, "What the heck, man?" And it kind of got the ball rolling to legalize it.
But you see fighters endorsing CBD left and right everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and these guys, they get their start from Colorado, which is very clean, like right here.
But
From
they're
Colorado.
not growing it in their backyard to make
Yeah,
it.
yeah, pretty much.
But did you see in California the problem they have with the weed land that was contaminated?
No, I didn't know
Big.
that.
That was big, huh?
It got contaminated with chemicals that they're
I
spraying, or
don't know.
what?
Yeah, something
Here's
like
some
this.
discount cards for you.
And that
guys.
was-
Yeah, we usually have samples, but we're out. So sorry, we can't.
I bought already one product from them for
Oh, good.
a friend of mine. Yeah, he was he had trouble to sleep, and I bought him like the most expensive one, and that's worked very good. He told me
Yeah.
that's
It works for me.
yeah. He start to sleep, he
Misha-
feel calm.
Misha's a big
little
proponent of
bit.
it, and
I take it every day.
I've watched him change. I watched him
Yeah,
change.
It gives
remember
me more
you
calm
couldn't
because
sleep.
I deal with a lot of like people pulling in every direction, a lot of like anxiety, feeling like something's not done all the time, because there's so much stuff to do, because taking
Yeah.
care of everyone. So keeps me like
You are daddy of the gym, huh? You gotta watch all these
Yeah,
fighters
pretty much,
and
man,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's
collecting money and running around. And,
Collect-
because everyone has issues, bro. Like people, don't realize. Like it's almost seems.
and fighters they're very interesting people
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
really
least to
characters,
say.
so I have to have a certain leash. That's why I
So-
train. That's why at least I can like fight back or something.
between the CBD and the training, it helps him
That's
out.
what he say. Wink. He said for him sometimes it's like experimental things of human,
Yeah.
because you have people from all the country here, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have their own cultures, they do their own things, and
Yeah.
and that's funny to see how
Well, yeah,
people interact
just
between
just
each other.
today. I mean, we got you from France. We got
Mhm.
Yana from Russia. We have
Marcin.
Tybura from
Poland.
Poland. It's it's just fascinating to see.
And the Chinese, do you remember the Chinese people?
We have one Chinese.
We always have a Chinese guy here anymore.
Probably
So,
15 more probably coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to work it out. Just trying to find.
Yeah, the UFC is really.
We should be building more and more apartments.
Mongolian.
Soon. Yeah,
Remember the
Mongolians were
Mongolian?
great, man.
No, yeah, that guy was a
Soldier?
badass.
I miss
Soldier
Soldier.
boy, man.
Soldier.
I miss my friend too, Bad
Yeah.
Giril. You remember Bad Giril? I
Yeah,
used to
oh
train
my
with
god,
him.
he
That
was
move,
a
yeah.
freaking good world sambo champion, dude. He beat the crap out of me, man, like on the ground. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, what is this? You know?
Cool.
Oh
Yeah, he
my
was a good
God.
dude. I liked him.
Yes.
It was fun. It's cool. I can say I enjoy it because we get a lot of people from different parts of the world that don't even speak English, and
No,
here
no.
you are building friendships with people like
Yeah.
you don't even know what the hell
Yeah,
you're
you-
doing, but through fighting,
You
And
just smile
it's
at him.
like,
Yeah, you
it's
know
like
what I
a
mean?
safe
Like-
haven here, man. Like I'll be feeling bad, like at home, or something going on in my mind. You know, the minute I walk in here, just shit is gone, disappears. Cause it's just like there's so much going on here that it's just so cool, man. Like right now downstairs we have the UFC crew and filming. Jan getting ready for a fight, you getting ready to fight, you getting ready to fight. There's so much action that it just consumes you, man. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
don't have
fun.
time to
you
be
don't have
worried
time
about
to worry about this and
something.
that, to just like kind of focus on something that doesn't mean anything, man. Because then you see like Holly downstairs, all these superstars nonstop.
it is fun.
Yeah,
It's
it is
it's a
fun.
continuous project, and when
Yeah.
you have something that is continuous like that to always work on, it's gonna be having to come with challenges, and with those challenges, it's fun, man. I like
Well,
being
there's
The
challenged.
smaller gym that you guys came from Acoma right to this to like it's like transition was, I guess, pretty cool too.
Yeah.
man.
Well, and everybody rallies against each other for these fights. I mean, obviously, everyone knows you guys have some fights coming up, so they're helping you guys out, and that's good.
Yeah,
You know,
no, like,
they jump in the cage
And
with you
same
guys.
thing, yeah. Where I want to make sure I come back, and after my camp, I'm not gonna just dip out and say later and think about myself. No, I want to make sure I come back and help my teammates get ready for their fights.
That's
and
true. That's
Yes,
true.
that-
Like even
that's
with Holly
cool.
today too. Like
Yeah, she's here for Yana. Yeah.
Yana fight got announced yesterday. She's
Holly
like
jumped
right,
in the
right
gym, yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like this every day now, probably all day long. Holly's gonna be with her helping.
Yep.
That's crazy. I remember how when Yana got announced before because she went through so many fighters, and Holly was sick right after Cyborg fight. It was like 3 days later. She was like sick, coughing and stuff. Came in, took Yana for a run in the mountains.
And
Oh,
Holly
I'm like,
Holly has
holy
nothing to
crap.
gain by helping Yana. I mean,
She's a good
she's
teammate.
doing it. She's doing it out of the goodness of her heart.
She always does.
If anything, it's actually working against her because that's her dream, is to be getting that title, you know. And it says a lot about Holly that she's actually in there helping Yana now fulfill this dream, and it's fascinating to see that.
Who's going to be in your corners? Oh, it's a secret.
Right now,
It's a secret.
Matt Finney, he's my head coach.
I haven't seen him in a while. He's,
No,
he's always
right
in the
now he's
team.
in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right now he's in North Carolina.
Matt is really good dude.
Yeah.
Like, what,
Yeah.
40 boxing fights or something, right? He's got a lot.
He has quite a bit.
Yeah,
he
he's
has
a
a lot of
good-
experience and
Very good boxer.
good coach, man. He's freaking amazing
He's a
coach.
cool dude, man. I like talking to him. Very mellow.
It's very intelligent. That guy
He's
is.
very
I can say he pushes my intelligence. Just being around him, he challenges me to think and
That's
pushes
what's
my
crazy
intelligence.
about people say barbaric sport, this and that. There's so many intelligent and
No.
awesome people here that you learn so much from, man. Like Jordan Wright too, man. It's freaking
Another intelligent guy.
Yeah, no, this
I would
like
like to
every,
say-
every guy here is intelligent in their own way, man.
I'd like to say I'm pretty smart
Yeah,
too. I
yeah.
came from a well.
Yeah.
I have an APS education, but I came from a very well-educated family.
Good.
I came from a well-educated family. Like
APS education.
yeah,
What
but
does that mean, this APS?
AP, it's Albuquerque Public School.
Which,
It's a joke.
which school did you go
It
to?
doesn't mean anything.
I graduated from
No, it doesn't.
I graduated
in a way.
from Valley High School here.
Valley, okay.
And
West
yeah,
Sider.
yeah,
If
North
you
Valley.
it
North
doesn't
Valley.
mean if you're in private school that you're automatically educated or intelligent. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
No.
Yeah.
believe in these two.
Because sometimes people being in maybe public system or doing whatever, it brings the best out of you because you want to rise to occasion
where-
and become better.
I came from my parents did a good job like keeping us kind of, I don't want to say the word sheltered. They kept us focused on like sports and school, and like I have a brother who's a cop with APD.
Oh, nice.
I have even another younger brother who's going to school for nursing right now, and
Yeah,
like
it's in the
so-
family. So.
yeah.
So
Even the guy you're fighting is a math teacher. Like you
Yeah.
see a lot of these guys with like
They're
a great
intelligent,
education.
smart,
and
yeah,
stuff
smart
like that.
guys.
I didn't know that about your brother.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long has he been there?
With APD?
Yeah.
He's only been there like he just got off of OJT. So
yeah, because Garcia's brother.
I think he went to school with Steve's brother.
Aren't you
They went
back
to the academy. I think they went to the academy together.
Yeah,
Aren't you back in the job too?
Well, okay, it's kind of.
In the process.
But no, yeah, he just got off of OJT. He's 23 years old, and he loves it. He loves being a cop, and that's what his destiny was. Honestly, he grew up fighting at the Chavez Dojo too, and he was a lot talent-wise, a lot better than I was. He lot better, and if he would have stuck with it, he guaranteed he'd be in the UFC himself. And just wasn't his thing. He did not what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a cop, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good job. We're glad to have him. Yeah, that says a lot about his character.
Yeah, he loves it, and again, my youngest brother, he's a nurse, and that's his thing. That's his calling. You know what I mean? That's what he likes to do.
That's cool, man.
So.
Yeah, that's cool. No, Twitter poll results.
So I asked, who was right in playing music after 9 p.m. in the JacksonWink dorms? Joby Sanchez or Thibault? 83% are siding with you, Joby.
To be fair to GT, it was extremely loud. But his room was not his dorm room was not
here.
above.
No,
it was over here. But
Yeah.
and the
They
things
weren't
over
there.
there.
They weren't there, so they
I
didn't
have
know.
a hard time to sleep already. That's why.
Well, who's in your corner? Anyone coming from France? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, you did say your coach coming from.
Yeah, and my coach is gonna come actually this Sunday. He's my first coach, and after he's Abdel Karim to me, and after I'm gonna take Coach Wink and Coach Lovato because I work with them.
He's coming from Brazil, right?
Yeah, he just he was with Yuri Alcantara.
Yuri just won a big fight.
Yeah, Soto is very good, and we like this against him.
Yeah, that Soto
It's
is really good.
performance. Yeah.
I'll say I'm a fan of Soto, and he just finished him in the first round, right, or second round?
First round. Yeah.
First round.
Like first minute or something
He
like
went
this.
beast on him, man.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like forward, boom.
No, Yuri is good, huh? And
Yuri is
Yuri
very
used
good.
to train here too. He
He always
comes all the
trains,
time, and
he trains,
he's
he
very
good
good.
train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have so many. It's funny, like, I mean, if you look at the UFC roster, like, it's at least like maybe like half of the guys, man, one way or another trained here before.
Yeah.
One way or
Yeah.
like even like passing through or like.
We even have a Maurice fighting
this
yeah,
weekend.
Maurice,
Malvin Gillard,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Malvin Gillard used to train with
yeah,
us
he
here at the
did.
gym.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had his epic fight with Cowboy.
Yeah, that was honestly that was a fun fight. Watching
Oh,
that,
yeah.
was how many years ago was that? I was back at it had to be at least back in 2013 or something, huh?
So much
14?
history in this gym, man. It's crazy.
back in the day, 5 years ago. See,
Yeah.
that's that MMA life.
Something like that. I don't know if I can't
Back in the day,
say.
5 years ago, kind of sounds.
Yeah.
Is it long or not? I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's a
good luck.
fun life, man. It's a fun life. I wouldn't change it for anything.
We're
bro.
very
that
happy
was-
for
that-
Maurice.
That was one thing I was talking about with Finney, and even like I tell like my girlfriend all the time, man. Like the opportunities that we have in MMA creates an adventure. Like I feel like even the 18 months I was outside of the UFC, it was frustrating. It was very discouraging, but man, it was a freaking adventure.
But you had a goal. You
had a
still had a
goal,
goal. You always
yeah.
have a goal in this game. Always have a goal.
Yeah, and it does. It gets you excited. It makes you again it rises challenges. I mean, like I had to work a part-time job and try and train and then still get fights, and it was a juggle, and it was at the times very frustrating.
That makes a big difference trying to train.
If you weren't an
and,
MMA fighter, what would you do? What would you see yourself doing?
I
if you
actually went to school to be a firefighter. I got my NT basic. I did some volunteering out in Los Lunas fire department.
That's cool.
Done some in Belen. Done some volunteering in Belen.
that's cool.
I even thought about joining APD myself, the police department here in Albuquerque myself. But
Either way, public safety.
again, my parents did a good job in installing in us so that we can do whatever we want to do. So.
Right.
And now after fighting, I'm starting like what I really want to do is own a business, whether it be a franchise, a food franchise, or something. I really want to go into business and pursue something like that, because just like fighting, it comes with challenges. It's not something that you go in every day and you know what you're gonna do.
So
Yeah.
from
It
boy-
has so many challenges to it, to where like you don't know if you're gonna survive or not. You don't know if your business can go down in 2 years. Your business go down.
There's always a fight.
Yes, it's a fight, and that's what I love, and I accept that kind of challenge, and that's why I'm still here. That's why I made it back to the UFC, and
100%.
And I plan on having a good career.
When are you guys leaving?
Wednesday. What time do you leave?
I leave with my coach in the morning, like 9:40. You too?
I think so. I'm not sure.
You're flying or driving? Flying.
I'm flying. I ain't driving out. That's an 8-hour drive.
What would you be if you didn't find MMA? What would you do professionally, like for
squash
work? For work.
I
mean, does
squash player.
Does it pay? I don't know.
I like to be busy, you know. I like to do many things in the same time. Sometimes I don't do good, but I like to do. I don't know. Maybe I told you, maybe have a gym or
coach,
be an actor or a coach, or I don't know. But I like to do things. I like to be challenged too, like Joby. I like challenge.
And that's why we fight.
That's what I.
Doesn't get more challenging than that shit. For sure.
Who's in your corner?
So is my coach from France, Coach Wink, and
Greg.
Lovato.
Yes,
Coach Lovato, yeah. I'm very happy because these people,
you didn't get a chance to work with Greg this time? Not much? Because I know he's been traveling.
Yeah, Greg he have already Cowboys,
he's been busy.
And I didn't, the truth is that I didn't, and he knows these two. I mean, I'm true. I said the truth.
No, you got to be loyal to your. Yeah,
I'm loyal because, and I think maybe people they don't gonna like me or they gonna like me, but that's the truth. I didn't work with him.
No, are you kidding? No, nobody feels anything.
I work with Coach Wink. I work with Lovato, and I think Coach Jackson is very good. This is one of the best, of course.
Yeah.
There is no point about this, but I don't think he had time to work with me, and maybe me I need
need
more.
to approach him,
I need maybe many hours because that's how I work.
Yeah, GT's always in the gym. I like saying that.
No, believe me, these coaches don't get offended.
It's the thing is they can't cover everyone 100%.
Of course, he's doing cowboy.
No.
Sometimes he go to the ranch, and I think he have other things going on outside. So I needed more attention, more time, and I don't blame him, No. And but I go with the people I work more, So. But everybody knows he's one of the best coaches in the world.
Yeah, no. And believe me,
there is no point to say about this.
Those guys don't get offended at all.
He knows me. He knows I'm true. He knows I don't offend him or something. But that's the reality. That's the reality.
For sure.
Well, thanks for coming in, guys, today and being with us.
That was great.
We appreciate having you guys, and of course we're gonna be watching, and it's gonna be an exciting card.
Can't wait.
Did you see my T-shirt?
Yeah,
I love that.
Did you see mine?
Look at that, the Thibault. Oh, yeah, okay. So, you got different colors of that because it was a Wink.
Yeah, so my girlfriend.
Wink has a black one.
Yeah, Wink have a black. I have a gray one. My girlfriend did the design and everything, so
I like it.
Shout out to her because
be killed.
GT, it's like a car.
That's these people are
name of the game.
Yeah, the people that are like, we're gonna have fun in the cage. You have fun in the cage. I don't have fun. Huh? I go in the cage. I don't have fun. Maybe I have fun before and after, but inside that's the mindset. You kill or you be killed. That's
as soon as that gate shuts, it's time for business.
There's no fun.
No, that's a good mindset, GT. I like it. Even
if that guy's smiling at you, it's time to work, buddy.
Like they say, fun. The cage is closing behind you. You have fun. No, I don't have.
Someone try to smash your brain.
Sage Northcutt is always smiling, but he's not gonna be smiling that night.
No, we're not gonna smile inside me. I don't smile, so we're gonna see this.
There'll be no front spinning flips that he does. I know that.
GT, I know you're gonna smash Sage Northcutt, but I'm still gonna hit that bonus. I'm getting that bonus.
I need because I want to buy his car, the GT car.
Joby did say that the other day. He told me, he's like, man, they gotta compete with these guys for fucking bonus.
I have some tough guys to compete against, but I'm getting
that's crazy.
It's gonna be an exciting night. It's a great card.
Money, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you guys to be part of that. So. All right, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you soon. See you back downstairs.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
See you on TV.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.